In this channel, we bring you the freshest discussions taking place in Japan's online community.
On the 30th, an American newspaper published an editorial criticizing President Xi Jinping's policies, saying that China, which had once tasted success, was now finished due to the return to socialism under his leadership. The article described Xi Jinping's policies as akin to beating the Chinese economy to death, calling Xi himself a clone of Mao Zedong's ghost.
It's like a degraded copy of Mao Zedong's ghost. It's only a matter of time before countries other than white immigrants take over the United States. You don't get it. Whether the bottom falls out or not, the WASP domination system won't change. When China falls, Japan will fall automatically too. Huh? It's not China that will end, it's the Chinese Communist Party. Despite the fact that it was the UK and the US Democratic Party that created today's China after World War II. They've been using it conveniently and now they say what? Looking at history, it's more like Japan was a major factor in shaping today's China. The capitalist camp allows people to live rich and enjoyable lives every day. Japan may be free, but it's poor. China may have restrictions, but it's wealthy. Which one's better? They're just brainwashed into thinking they're poor, compared to the high economic growth and bubbles of the past. Wasn't Japan the last socialist country? Why are there more rivals now? The people of China need to get angrier. Remember the Yellow Turban Rebellion? They need to be freed from the Communist Party. They're angry. The wealthy are fleeing. They're only thinking about how to secure their assets and not let them be seized by the Chinese Communist Party government. That's why they're buying real estate and companies in Japan. China will experience further unprecedented growth with AI and EVs in the future. Right now, it's just a period of adjustment after rapid growth. Around here, a cultural revolution of the 21st century is necessary. I think Xi Jinping, who is slow-witted, understands this point. We should greatly anticipate his decisiveness. They said they wanted foreign companies to come, but then they treated the companies that entered as spies. Well, I really don't know what they want. Forget about regulating games. What about regulating cram schools? A small intellectual elite and a large number of loyal workers. That's the ideal form of communism. Even if China wasn't socialist or communist, wouldn't it be the same? In the end, it's all crap. They don't present statistics properly, so it's boring. We only know that things are ending. Even in the West, with totalitarianism, freedoms are disappearing. We don't know what will happen to the capitalist part either. The reason why peasants became nouveau riche is because assembly factories were established in China. But foreign investment won't come back anymore. It's not weird since it's a return to the roots. What are they expecting? Xi Jinping can only engage in power struggles. It's convenient for Japan and the world, but, well, China's disparity is so severe that it goes against the ideals of socialism. So it's understandable that they're panicking. In that regard, Japan is much better at realizing socialism. It's not on the level of Japan's bubble bursting. It's incomprehensible that there are twice as many vacant houses as there are people, and still, they're concealing it like this even now. There's nothing we can do. They've been saying it's over for over 10 years, but is it finally over now? It seems like Japan is about to end too. It's fine if they collapse due to mismanagement. But don't direct your dissatisfaction towards Japan. You can't trust the statements of either country. Neither the US nor China is trustworthy. It doesn't seem like there will be a war with China now. Instead, China is probably waiting for America to be more divided. What's going to happen in China from now on? It's going to become a giant North Korea. It's eerie that Xi Jinping is re-evaluating the Cultural Revolution, which the Chinese Communist Party had acknowledged as a failure. He likes using the word struggle, and if you go against him, you might end up like Liu Shaoqi or Peng Dihue. Investment funds are returning from India to China. It doesn't seem to be over yet. China was once the world's factory, but now it has increased the number of people who go to university and want to do cool jobs. That's not socialism at all. They're simply concentrating power without improving social security. Truly a dictator. Uncle Xi Jinping supports only the fields he likes. Farmers, soldiers, EVs, surveillance drones. Other fields are subject to regulation. If you know about Japan's bubble, you'll understand. But actually, there wasn't much of a sense of economic crisis in the 3 to 4 years right after the bubble burst. But the true hell of the bubble burst comes later. Bankruptcies of banks and securities firms. The arrival of a job ice age. It all happens more than 5 years after the bubble burst. Single-party dictatorship was really bad. They criticized fighting in the parliament as utopian socialism. But they were the ones who were utopian. It's hopeless now. Even the people in China don't know what to do. They can't even give up. Since economic growth has surpassed that of other countries, it's best to return to socialism now. That's probably the path for China with a population of 1.4 billion. There's no going back now. The people have already tasted the sweet nectar of economic growth. Goodbye, China. Let's meet again in 1,000 years.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.